Hey, I know. I'm like an old penny. I'm hard to get rid of. Boring holes, but half-inch drill, big old bit, boring big old holes. Guess what? This thing will break your arm if you're not careful, so I wanted to tune you up on a little bit here. So, little hole boring action here for you. All I did to get this, I laid my straight edge here, put it corner to corner, X, create X. Now listen, this thing here, Milwaukee, I've had it forever, but you can get these really cheap down there at Harbor Freight. It's a hammer drill too, by the way. This thing adjusts here, right here, to where you can hold on to this thing. I suggest when you're boring these holes, guys, do not bore this hole without this. If you grab it here, it's probably going to break your wrist. I'm not kidding you. So you put your foot here, right? So you're going to bore straight through there. But see this handle? When I grab it, it's going to be hitting my leg here for additional support. So you kind of eyeball through. These lids are so narrow, they're only 5 inches. So you eyeball through this window right here to your drill bit, to your X. Put it like so, put it against that leg. If I can get this camera angle right for you. And hang on. As you're going in, just a slight rock like that. Then get you a screwdriver and come up under here and kind of dog walk it out of there. Just thought I'd show you that quickly. Here's one I got to do. So this is that cheaper plywood I was telling you about. And I'll make up a little Bondo and smear in that, because that's going to suck moisture. We don't want that, okay? All right, I'm going to go down to Lowe's. I got enough material. I just cut another couple of side panels here. I cut a bottom board and a roof over there. I did that. These lids here, I got enough lids now for these 5. I put on my screens. Here. You only need 2 staples here. What you do, take a little deck screw when you get ready to open them up, and you just hook it up under here and lift up. And you'll see I made this kind of wide here. I made this cut here kind of wide. The reason being, I don't want these dagger edges right here where the bees coming in and out, raking their wings and everything else. So I pried that up. Now what you want to do when you get ready to close them up and push this down, and put you know those colored push pins. You put notes on a board, whatever. Stab one in right there. Push it right in right there for your 3-day lock up on these bees. And then all you got to do is pull your push pin, pick up your little door like so, and there you go. Now if you ever need to remove it, it's no big. You can get your hive tool right here and knock these 2 pins out, these 2 staples out, and you're good to go. All right, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go down to Lowe's and pick me up a couple of nice pretty spruce studs. These ends here I'm going to take those studs and cut them 10 inches long, and we'll put a frame rest. We'll cut a frame rest in on them, and then they'll be ready to bang out. I've got enough material here, so if I bang this one out, and assemble it with that material, I'll have 13. Now 13 is usually a lucky number for me. My best days are on, believe it or not, are on Friday the 13th. I've had the best days of my life for whatever reason. Friday the 13th, go figure. I don't know what that is, but in this case here, maybe I should knock out one more of these and make 14. What do you think? You let me know on that. All right, I'll be back. Okay guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 beehives out of a 2x4x8 with one left over. I got 2 studs. Yeah, so there's 8 hives, 9. You can get 9 ends, 9 beehives, 2 frame nooks out of 2 studs. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. Now what I'll do is get my table saw set up. I'll whack the rest of these, and I will cut pick a good end, obviously. If you don't want to pick an end that's got a knot right there, go to the other end. There is knots in these things, as you can see, but you can work around them knots and get her done. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to burn out these, and then we'll have quite a few nooks. Let's just wander around the yard here. Take a peek inside here. There's a little drippage on the ground here, but I haven't seen any robbing action yet. I don't want to go in and mess with them just yet. Hopefully these girls made it out. Hopefully they made it out. What's going on over here? I don't know if that's drippage or not. It's a possibility there's some drippage coming out of that feeder. I'm not going to look into these for another week. We got to look into these on 323. Both of these. I think those are doing well. I got to get into this hive today. I want to get into that hive today. I want to get into this hive today. And I want to get into this hive today. I want to see if we got any queen cells going on here. That's that nook I made up, put a cell in right there. It's just loaded with bees. Of course, we had all that field force that came back in. These guys are working away quite nicely here. Would love to see some pollen coming in. That's always a nice indicator if you've got a colony that's successful and queen right, you'll see pollen coming in. That's one of the nicest indicators. Let's quietly look into this one. Lots of bees. As you remember, we made this colony up. We made this colony up when with only one frame, like we did the rest of these. Only had one frame in here, and then we filled it out with, you know, just some used stuff that had. Didn't have much on it, but we had all that field force come back in here. So you can see how fat that is. And look at all the drones on this landing. You got a lot of drones here. But like I say, I've not seen any pollen come in. So we won't know if these queens are any good for another week. Give them another week and we'll peek in here and see what's going on. Alright guys, that's it. That's it for today. Get back with you soon. And I'll keep on these boxes. We'll keep on these queens. Keep making queens. A buddy of mine just called me. He lives around the corner. And he's already caught 2 swarms. He caught one the other day out of his, he's only got 3 colonies. I asked him if he got into them. He said he hadn't had time. Well, the bees aren't going to wait for you. He's had 2 swarms over there, but luckily he's caught both of them. Amazing. Because my swarms around here, if they do swarm, they either get up in the top of this pine tree or way up over there where I can't get at them. So he got lucky and caught both those swarms. He caught one this morning. And he's put an excluder in front of that entrance. She was on a limb that was fairly easy to get at. He shook him in a box, and he said they're fanning like crazy, and he said, so I know the queen's in there, and he put an excluder in the front. So I told him, I said, the best thing for you to do now is go back to that colony, that mother colony, both of those colonies, they swarmed, and get into them boxes. I said, how many colonies you want to end up with this year? He said, I want to get five hives going. I said, all right, go into that colony, that one just swarmed, and hopefully, because she just swarmed today, I doubt seriously that virgin has popped out of there, that swarm cell. And I said, see how many frames you got with swarm cells on them. If you do, he's got tons of equipment over there. I sold him a bunch of equipment a year or two back. And I said, take those swarm cells out, and the majority of them bees, and put them over in a 5-frame nook. Leave a frame of cells on that existing stand. All that field force is going to go back there and pump that up. Take one of your stolen cells and put in the 5 and move it into your yard somewhere and seal up that entrance for about 3 days. Make sure they got plenty of ventilation. So he said that's what he's going to do. And I said, I suggest you get into that other colony. And that other colony swarmed about a week ago, and I don't think he's been into that colony either. But by now, whatever was there was probably, any virgins in there probably have already hatched. And of course, they run around and terminate all of her sisters, so you've only got one in there. So that's why today I want to get into these and make sure I don't have any more swarm cells. If I do, I will rob those out and start more colonies. Alright guys, that's it. We're knocking out more. These should make excellent little 2-frame boxes with those spruce studs. And I'll catch you on the next one. Be happy. See ya. Okay guys, Do you want box joints or do you want Steveo's beefy beehive? It's your call. See ya.